a preacher's wife. She is strict. She has a standard. Ladies, without further ado, Sister Dorothy Let me hold on. I like that kind of. I introduced her. She's one of my mothers. From the time I've known her and her daughter Rosemary, it's been a wonderful treat. Those of us who have to use glasses, you don't mind if every now and then we take them off and put them on, because we see this way, hear this way, and then we have to look out and see your face, see whether you got it or not. But I'm so glad to be here this morning.
When Jesus washed, when Jesus washed, He washed my sins away. Oh, happy day. Oh, Lord, happy day. Oh, happy day. He taught me how, taught me how to watch, fight and pray, fight and pray, my Lord, fight and pray.
My name is Stacy Lynette Wells Young, and I'm the youngest daughter of Dorothy and Roosevelt Wells.
I am Peggy Yvonne Wells Autry. I am the elder daughter of Dorothy Wells. Our brother Fred is the middle child. He's our fabulous and very handsome brother, Frederick Jerome Wells.
And a good bass.
And a really good bass.
Our family moved to New York in 1965.
In the Northeast, there wasn't, according to one of my fellow Easternnaires, there wasn't really a lot of things for young people to do among Churches of Christ. So about that time, Brother Lawton and Dad, they decided it would be a good idea for the churches to have a monthly fellowship of singing and praying together. And soon after, youth groups from each congregation developed. Mom kind of, I don't know, late 60s, around 69, Stacy was saying, she had an idea of having a group from the area that represented all of the churches in the area. And so we still had our individual youth groups from the individual congregations, but this was going to be a representative of all the congregations in the area. It was an effort to encourage and to encourage the young people not just to sing, but to sing in the Lord and encourage that fellowship.
When Mom started, it was her. You know, very soon she kind of, you know, as parents got on board and counselors, people had to drive them, other lovers of young people. We always had those people who would drive us to places. She found out there were other people who loved young people as well.
We have something unique for you as far as a group is concerned. We have generations in these years. Their parents or grandparents were with me 50 years ago.
The singing, I think, is what we all enjoyed so much, and singing Jesus music, as Mom called it. And that was the glue then, and it's the glue now, you know, singing praises and doing it well. And that was the connectivity that brought us all together.
you know, mom was a minister's wife. She did taught Bible classes. She did a lot of other things. She sang herself before the Easternnaires in another group. So she did lots of things. And young people were always such a special focus of hers.
I knew her as my Bible school teacher as a baby, you know, and her understanding. I mean, Brother Wells was phenomenal, right? But Sister Wells, she was a Bible school teacher. She would create this entire system, talk about curriculum development. And let's say if the theme was hope, you know, she would create a series of lessons, maybe 8 lessons around hope, Bible stories, character development for children from babies, 3 years old, on up through high school. Like, how masterful. She could take a scalpel and dissect the Bible in a way that a child could understand and just absorb and be okay with. And so, you know, when I think of Sister Wells, it's as a Bible school teacher. You know, people talk about Sister Wells and her influence on the Easternnaires, and that saved my life as an adolescent. When you're an adolescent, right, being at home is not enough. You want to be out. You want to be with your peers. And, you know, the streets were not safe. And so at 13, if I didn't have the opportunity to be a part of a group like the Easternnaires, where would I go?
Didn't matter where she was, didn't matter what the overall function was she was attending. It was about ministry for her always, and especially for the young people.
It sounds like David is saying, oh, Lord. Lordy. Lord, I admit my failures. But don't stop at Psalms 88. That's when he feels like he's failed. But you go on and read and read. And when he says, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From what? Whence cometh my help? Because my help comes from the Lord. So whatever my failure is, he won't fail me yet.
Many churches and places around the country, they'd go wrap up for the evening, they'd give their announcements or whatever they were doing and send their kids home. Not Mom. They had a devotional for the Easternnaires. Every single day they had devotional time. It was more than just, we're coming here to sing and, oh, you sing, you know, really well and you're from the Northeast. Yeah, that's fine. That's not what Mom was about. That was part of the bigger thing.
You wanted to learn new songs. You wanted to be with your friends. You wanted to go on the trips. You wanted to, and you didn't realize at the time, at least I didn't, that you were learning scriptures. Like we've learned, whether it's through Brother Wells, you know, because he was so phenomenal, or Sister Wells, or whatever system or home or Easternnaires. I don't know how I learned it, but as an adult, I can recite chapters, but I never sat down to learn to recite chapters. But it's just through all those years of exposure.
I guess when you think about what we're supposed to do in the Christian life, I'm not trying to make Mom put her up here. What I'm saying is the things that you're supposed to do, she kind of did that. Mom used all of her pieces to serve God. And somehow he allowed her to come up with this at this moment when so many people needed it and were blessed by it. But I got to see our mother use all of her stuff. And I will say, my mother did not die with her stuff in her. Everything Mom had, she put it out there.
And one day he suffered David's life.
When there was a catastrophe, there was a flood, there was a fire, some former Easternnaires were hurting or in the hospital, she would not only herself give a donation, write a letter, call them, she would include the group and lead them into caring about other people. Didn't matter where she was, didn't matter what the overall function was she was attending, it was about ministry for her always, and especially for the young people.
Thank you, Lord.
A lot of us got into the group because it was about music and we loved it, or we wanted to see some other kids or just have a good time. But to Mom, it was always much, much more than that.
Yes.
She always had this thing, and whenever we talk about her, we have to say it because she said it all the time, that it was more than a song.
He forgives us of everything.
Walk another direction. The same thing. And see how versatile you are. So you beat some mom regularly. Yes.
We thank you for taking time out of your schedule to watch and support us. We hope you enjoy. Sadly, we are missing our beloved Sister Dorothy Wells, but we know that she wouldn't have wanted us to stop singing. So even though we miss her, we will continue to sing praises to God. We hope you enjoy.
Hello, I am Jason Walker, and I am the director of the Easternnaires along with Sister Stacy Wells Young. And I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to read to you the history of this great group, the electrifying Easternnaires. In 1969, youth from 4 congregations, Harlem, Brooklyn, and Mount Vernon, New York, and Morristown, New Jersey, were brought together in a choral group by Sister Dorothy Wells. The chorus has been directed by Sister Wells for the last 50 years. The group's purpose was then and is now to develop young minds and mentor youth through a singing ministry, fostering allegiance to God, love for family, and respect for self. The group's first performance was in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Gathering in cars, we drove to Boston for the weekend. The first public performance was a great experience and was well received. Of course, we didn't have a name, who cared at the time. We just loved to sing. We continued to rehearse once a month, and after returning from a national conference in Oklahoma, it was decided it's about time we had a name. The late Brother Charles Singleton said, "How about the Easternnaires? Since you all are from the East Coast." We agreed that that would be our name. We traveled to Nashville, Tennessee, and had a great performance. Since that time, the Easternnaires have been one of the most well-known choral groups in the Brotherhood. 30 congregations have been represented from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania, traveling to over 26 states. The 1990s saw the addition of the children of the first Easternnaires and the grandchildren of the first parents and counselors. Easternnaires have grown up and gone on to do great things with their lives. One of the group's first counselors, Sister Dosha Bowling, put it this way: "I'll be proud of you with your many accomplishments and degrees, but mainly because of your faithfulness to God." I'm going to read some of the statistics that the Easternnaires have accomplished over the years. There have been over 1,500 Easternnaires. What a great number. Only 7 full rehearsals a year. They often perform at area conferences, the National Youth Conference, benefit performances, and more. Was one of the first qualifying groups in the first Gospel Fest sponsored by McDonald's. They've recorded 2 CDs, 2 albums, and 1 tape. Held their first reunion in Brooklyn in 1988, a reunion trip in 1991, the 25th anniversary was in 1994, and also a reunion in Atlanta in 2004, Philadelphia in 2010, and Newark in 2015. The end of the year program, which you're watching now, is held annually. Funds are raised to assist the group with trips and other activities. In the last 5 years, congregations in the area have donated $10,000 to $12,000. Awards are given to Easternnaires following the program. 95% of high school seniors from this group go on to college. The alumni Easternnaires are now directors and counselors of the group. The group also sent donations to a congregation in Florida when it was damaged by hurricanes. In response to Hurricane Katrina, the group donated all dues collected during rehearsal to assist one of the minister's families in New Orleans. That was about over $600. The group also sent donations to families of the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center. This group has traveled. This group has sung in many places, and this group is still singing. And we're so happy to be here. We're happy to present this concert, and we're also happy to honor our late and beloved Sister Dorothy Wills. We hope that you enjoy this night, and we hope that these songs bless you. Thank you.
All of God's children say, yeah, 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 yeah.
Amelia Martin, class of 2021. Amelia attends the Berkeley Church of Christ. She attends the Midwood High School. She says that AP Environmental Science is her favorite subject. Her special family members include Mom, Sadiq, and Aunt Sprinkle. Amelia says her life lesson is to make the best of your time because it's limited. She also learned that it's fine to take things slow and have more confidence in herself. And her advice to freshmen is to be curious and explore your options because you could be missing out on new experiences with the mindset that nobody likes this or it's probably boring. Her aunt has the most influence on her while in high school because she gave her the confidence which she needed to take the risk without criticism and judgment. Amelia's professional goals are to get her bachelor's in environmental engineering, then on to her master's in civil engineering. Within her 2 years of schooling, she would have started in her science career, and by year 4, her art career. By age 23, she will focus on her civic duty and work with community and community problems. Her spiritual goal is to discover her purpose. As Dr. Haywood stated in his September 27 Sunday service, what resonated with her was his statement saying that the worst thing that could possibly happen would be to leave this world and not discover your God-given gift and not using it. Congratulations, Amelia.
Charity Joseph, class of 2021. Charity is a member of the Brooklyn Church of Christ. She attends the St. Jean Baptist High School. Math is Charity's favorite subject. She says that the people special to her are her parents, Deborah and Curtis, her sister Cherish, and cousin Brianna. Charity says the primary lesson she has learned that will take her through life is to just be yourself. She advises freshmen to do what works for you and not what works for the benefit of others. Her uncle Philip has been the most influential person on her because he has pushed her to be the best person that she can be and never to lose sight of what's important. Her professional goal is to continue studies until she becomes an OBGYN, and her spiritual goal is to build a closer relationship with God. Congratulations, Sherry.
Dylan Cunningham, class of 2021. Dylan is a member of the Brooklyn Church of Christ, and he attends Medgar Evers College Preparatory High School. His favorite subject is math. He names his parents Dwight and Natasha, his brother Tyler, and his grandparents Iris, Thomas, and Patsy, and Neville as those special to him, and not to forget his aunts Andrea and Candace. Dylan says that the #1 lesson learned while in high school is to continue to be persistent in everything you do and to be yourself by following the beat of your own drum, even if it seems out of tune. It is his parents that have had the most important influence on him because they have supported him during his ups and downs. They have been an advocate for him when he had not had a voice. They have taught him to be determined and persevere despite the circumstances. The advice that he gives to high school freshmen is, if something negative happens to you, do not accept it. It can only discourage you. Always remain positive and things will be better than originally planned. Dylan's plans for the future is to become a mechatronics engineer focusing on He wants to help people by designing artificial intelligence, or AI, prosthetics limbs, so that people can control their minds and feelings. His spiritual plan is to continue to grow as a Christian and to be able to bring others to Christ. Congratulations, Dylan.
Justice Renee Nash, class of 2021. Justice attends Manchester Church of Christ in Connecticut and attends Simsbury High School in Simsbury, Connecticut. Her favorite subject is history. Justice's special people in her life are her parents, grandparents, siblings, and other family members, including church family and youth group. She specifically named Sarai, Cyrus, Leah, Lexi, Michaela, and Damien. Justice's life's lesson is to think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failing is a stepping stone to greatness. Her favorite teacher has been the most influential during her high school years. He has helped her grow and also realize that something does not come easy. You have to work for it. Her career plans for the future is to become a nurse while continuing in theater and music. Her spiritual goal is to have a strong and stable walk with Jesus and God. Congratulations, Justice.
Talia Yasmin Cole, class of 2021. Talia is a senior at the Denzel Washington School of Arts in Mount Vernon, New York. She attends Westchester Church of Christ in White Plains, New York. English and forensics are her favorite subjects. Talia says her parents Sean and Tiana, her siblings Jada and Malik, and her grandparents Paulette and Wanda are special people in her life. She says, live life now, because you never know what the future may hold, has been a life lesson. She believes that has been most influential in her life over the high school years. She has overcome many difficult situations and has grown as a person. She wants to advise freshmen that everything does not last forever. If someone or something leaves, something or someone will come into your life. Talia's professional goal is to achieve her master's degree in clinical psychology, and her spiritual goal is to grow closer to God. Congratulations, Talia.
Our first selection is entitled, We Are Children of the Lord.
We
gotta keep heaven bound. My soul is back and wonders how I got over. How I got over. God, I thank you for bringing me over. My soul is back and wonders how I got over. How I got over. God, He brought me over. My soul is back and wonders. He picked me up and turned me around. My soul is back. Makes me feel higher ground. My soul is back. When I think about what He's done for me, my soul cries a hallelujah.
All right, the next selection that we'll sing is entitled Come Unto Me. It's an original song that I wrote, and we hope that you enjoy it on tonight.
This next selection is In My Father's House, and is led by none other than Christian Valentine.
In my Father's house, in my Father's
Hello. We are so excited that even during this time, we can still offer to you the End-of-Year concert presented by the Electrifying Easternnaires. And we're proud, as counselors, as directors, as volunteers, to still provide a place for our young people to come together, to fellowship, to do ministry, and to praise God. In this time where so much is not available to them, where so much is shut down, either temporarily or even permanently, we still are so happy and have great joy to know that God has provided us an opportunity to still bless our young people. And we thank you so much for over the years, your support that you've given to us, and we still solicit your support. Our ministry, in order to thrive now and even through the pandemic, we still solicit your financial support. And I know during this time, so many of us have lost jobs and we're going through so many different trials. And we may not have the kind of funds we had before. But I want to remind you about the church in Macedonia in 2 Corinthians chapter 8. Paul said that they were a church that were in great poverty, going through many trials and tribulations. But yet, they found it in themselves to give out of their power and also to give beyond their means. So at this time, we solicit your financial donations so that we can continue to thrive in this ministry, continue to support our young people, and continue to offer ministry in this area. If you look on the screen, we have many ways for you to give. You can give by check, by PayPal, by Zelle, or by Cash App. We thank you for your support, and God bless.
This is my prayer.
I am thankful for the invitation to give a brief tribute to Sister Dorothy Wells on the 51st annual end of the year virtual concert of the electrifying Easternnaires. On Thursday, April the 2nd, 2020, a musical icon transition. Sister Dorothy Wells, a phenomenal woman, a virtuous woman, whose price is far above rubies. Her passing seems surreal, and she is missed greatly in our brotherhood. Sister Wells was the wife of the legendary Dr. R.C. Wells over 60 years, and they labored together to build the Harlem Church of Christ. Roosevelt, Dorothy, and I were students at Southwestern Christian College at the same time before any of us was married over 60 years ago. Our friendship was invigorating, and we worked together to build the cause of Christ in the Northeast. This musical icon was the founder and the choral director of the electrifying Easternnaires. For some 50 years, training over 1,500 young people, mentoring many choral directors, and producing many outstanding singers. She was very supportive of her musical children, always present at major events in their lives. She was the loving mother of 3 children who are a blessing to our brotherhood. This musical icon was an avid supporter of the Northeastern Youth Conference and a great supporter of Southwestern Christian College. Our brotherhood has suffered a great loss, and her inspiring legacy will touch the lives of unborn generations. This phenomenal woman, this Christian woman, whose price is far above rubies, is gone but never forgotten. The work that she started is still alive and being led by young adults that she trained. They need our support morally and financially. I am encouraging every minister in this area of congregations to make donations as we have done in the past. I'm encouraging everyone who has been inspired by their singing, blessed by their singing, to make a donation as specified. You can do it online, PayPal, and other areas. Let us demonstrate our love for Sister Dorothy Wells and keep her phenomenal work alive. May God smile upon each of you.
I need Jesus.
This last selection is entitled Total Praise, and we give all praise to God. We also honor our director and founder of the Easternnaire, Sister Dorothy Wills.
You are
concert of others and rectifying these scenarios. We thank you so much for your support over the years, and we thank God for the opportunity to minister you in song. Let us pray. Father, we thank you so much for this opportunity you've given to us to sing songs of praise to you, to glorify you, God. You are a great God. You've been so good to us. You give us gifts that we can use to encourage each other and to build each other up. Father, we thank you so much for these young people who have sacrificed their time to glorify you, to praise you, and to encourage each other and to encourage your people. Continue to bless them that they may continue to grow in your grace, continue to grow to be young men and women who do great things in your name. Bless this group. May we continue to strive forward even through these troubling times. May we continue to minister and do great things so that we may continue to be your children, continue to encourage each other, and continue to be a light in this world of darkness. We thank you, God. We love you. We ask this prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.